that's why, too, it's so important to choose your wedding party wisely. Because your wedding party is going to be who lifts you up and who helps absorb some of those bad moments, not add to those moments. So I think everyone brings so much emphasis on, oh, I need to bring this party to, or this person to be a bridesmaid because I was in hers 7 years ago, or 10 years ago, we made a pact that we would be in each other's weddings and you haven't talked to that person in a year.
Yeah.
You know, I always tell my people, pick small, have a small wedding party, choose wisely on who you know will be there for you and who's going to show up for you. And then if somebody, you really want them to be part of your big day, but not necessarily be a bridesmaid or groomsman, have them be part of like a blue crew, somebody that's still there, is getting ready with you guys, but isn't part of the initial wedding party. That way they still feel special, but they don't have the pressure of having to show up for you when maybe they can't.
Right. Yeah, you just like took the words out of my mouth. I was going to ask you questions and you just like answered them. That's awesome. I was going to ask you about, I feel like in the South, it is such a thing to, or maybe it's just Texas, to have like a giant wedding party.
Ooh, yes.
I mean, you do you, girl, or a guy, or ma'am. You're the man. I don't know. But like, the giant wedding parties just seem so overwhelming to me.
And it's expensive.
And on the other side of it, you know, if I'm not that close to someone and they're asking me to be in their bridal party, you know, you can't say no.
Yeah.
And it is you know, if someone asks you to be in their bridal party, think about, it's a big commitment and it's going to be a lot of money. And so I think it's okay. I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it would be okay. And I think it would be a good idea or trend for brides and bridal parties to talk about a budget at the beginning. Like, can we talk about, you know, trips that we might be taking for the bachelorette and accessories and dresses. Yeah. The dress itself, it's
like $200 and plus.
Yeah, and everyone says, I think it's from like 27 Dresses, where they say it over and over again.
I love that movie.
Oh, you can take it up and wear it again.
I know.
That never happens.
You can crop it.
That never happens. But I do feel like I am seeing more of trends of like actual like trendy dresses that I might see girls wearing again.
Yeah,
which is cool.
I want to go back to your statement of you can't say no to being in someone's wedding party. I disagree. I do feel like you can, because a lot of people, you know, you need to reflect on what you might be having going on in your life for that year, 8 months, whatever the duration is. And if you're getting married yourself or you're expecting a baby, you know, it would be okay if you just sat the bride down and said, hey, I love you. And I want to be there for you every way I can, but I can't show up for you the way you need me to, being a bridesmaid. How else can I be part of this celebration, but yet, you know, still honor you, but not have that giant commitment?
Yes.
And I honestly think the bride would probably feel more relieved with that answer versus you saying yes and then not being able to show up for her and then being disappointed and hurt because you weren't in that capacity. But that's just me. I don't know. Some people some brides might be like, no, you're in my party whether you like it or not.
I completely agree with you. And when I said I feel like I can't say no, like that's me.
That's your personality.
Me.
Yeah,
and I need to take on more of that approach because it's so important to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others and be there for them in whatever capacity they need.
Yeah.
And if the bride that's asking you, and if at the time you like have to say no, if she really is a good, true friend, she'll understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll understand. It's okay to take care of you first.
Take her drinks.